What is government? What is its purpose? And describe the type of government we have in America. Government is the governing body that regulates, sets rules for, protects, and provides services for a certain group, such as a nation or a state. It consists of a group of people in charge that all play different roles in maintaining the nation or state. One purpose of government is to protect all the people that it is governing and keep them safe from things such as terrorism by keeping an armed military ready to go into combat. Government also protects citizens in the sense that they ensure people have all of their rights and freedoms promised to them, which in America is all of the rights stated in the Constitution. Governments are also in charge of establishing a way to maintain order among citizens, such as by having a police force and courts to resolve conflict. Governments are also expected to make sure the economy is running smoothly by keeping up job growth or promoting trade by engaging in diplomacy with other nations. Another purpose of government is to provide public services for its citizens, such as by establishing public transportation services, having fire departments, hospitals, and other emergency facilities, and helping financially struggling citizens by providing welfare. In America, we have a representative democracy government where eligible citizens vote for representatives to pass laws for them, such as by electing a president and Congress members. In America, our government is based off of being of the people, by the people, for the people, which means that it really is supposed to represent the needs and wants of all the people in the country and not those of a king, which would be like a monarchy instead of a democracy. How does a bill become a law? Why did the Founding Fathers make passing bills so difficult? The process by which a bill becomes a law starts with a representative or citizen coming up with an idea for a law and the idea being relayed to a representative. The representative then writes the idea into a bill and proposes it to other representatives to get a sponsor for it. When the bill gets a sponsor, it is introduced to the House of Representatives, placed in a hopper, assigned a number, and read aloud. It is then sent to a specific House Standing Committee where experts on the topic discuss and revise the bill. They also vote on whether or not to send it back to the House floor, and if they feel more information is needed, the bill can be sent to a subcommittee, where even more experts discuss and revise the bill. After being sent back to the House, the bill is debated and voted on. If the majority of the House votes in favor of the bill, it is sent to the Senate, where it is debated and voted on again. If the majority of senators vote yes to the bill, it goes to the president, who can either sign the bill into a law, refuse to sign and veto the bill, or pocket veto it, in which it would automatically become a law in 10 days if Congress is in session. The Founding Fathers made passing a bill into a law so difficult in order to discourage citizens from trying to make silly, useless bills into laws, and to ensure that all bills made are very thoroughly considered and revised by a large amount of people to make sure they are flawless before becoming a law, so that they won't end up being a mistake. What does it mean to be a liberal or a conservative in America today? Where do you fall on the spectrum on important issues? Being a conservative in America today means that one is very against the government playing a large role in his or her life, and conservatives generally have very traditional views, such as believing marriage should only be between one man and one woman, and that citizens should have the right to carry their own guns. Liberals in America have complete opposite beliefs, and they want the government to help them solve problems in their lives. They have less traditional views and believe in having change and equality for everyone, such as how they are accepting of gay marriage and think everyone should be entitled to express their own religion and that no one specific religion should be promoted by the government. Personally, I am more liberal than conservative, but on the spectrum, I would say I fall somewhere in the middle. One issue that I take a liberal stance on is gun control, because I believe that ordinary citizens do not have a need to keep guns on them, because it only increases the risk for violence, such as school and public shootings. I think that only the military and police have a need to bear arms, and action needs to be taken to decrease the accessibility of guns for Americans and increase background checks before someone can buy a gun. Another issue that I take a liberal stance on is taxes. I personally think that it is fair to moderately increase taxes for wealthier citizens in order to improve the overall quality of living for all citizens and to help lower class Americans not have to pay high taxes that they can't afford even if they are working and are still struggling a lot financially.